Tasya jana no nam nayam veda uru bikram kalya mano hoyopi bolino bayuriva gana boliham. Tasya etasya jana no nam nayam veda uru bikramam kalya mano hoyopi bolino bayuriva gana boliham. Synonyms: Kapila Uvacha, Lord Kapila said, Tasya Atasya, of this very time factor, Jana, person, Nunam, certainly, Na, not, Ayam, this, Vedha, knows, Uru Bikramam, the great strength, Kalyamanaha, being carried off, Afi, although, Bolina, powerful, Bayo, of the wind, Evo, like, Gana, of clouds, of Abhalia, a mass. Translation and purport written by Srila Prabhupada, Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ke jai. Translation: The personality of God had said, a mass of cloud doesn't know the powerful influence of the wind. A person engaged in material consciousness doesn't know the powerful strength of the time factor by which he is being carried. Purport. The great politician Pandita named Chanakya said that even one moment of time cannot be returned even if one is prepared to pay millions of dollars. One cannot calculate the amount of loss there is in wasting valuable time. Either materially or spiritually, one should be very alert in utilizing the time which he has at his disposal. A conditioned soul lives in a particular body for a fixed measurement of time. And it is recommended in the scriptures that within that small measurement of time, one has to finish Krishna consciousness and thus gain release from the influence of the time factor. But unfortunately, those who are not in Krishna consciousness are carried away by the strong power of time without their knowledge, as clouds are carried by the wind. Om Jnanam Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Shayangarupa Kadamayam Dadati Shapadantikam Bandeyam Sri Guru Sri Jita Pada Kamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavangstam Sri Rupang Shagra Jatang Shahagana Raghunathan Nitam Tang Shajivam Shadvaitam Shavadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padane Shagana Lalita Sri Vishakanitamishcha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanto Radha Kanto Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Shute Devi Pranamami Hari Prem Vancha Kalpatarubhyashta Kripa Sindhavya cha Patitanang Pavanebho Vaishnavebho Namo Namo Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So Tosya etosya jana nunam nayam vedavuru vikramam kalla mano hoyopi bolino bayoriva gana boliham. The personality of Godhead said, as a mass of clouds doesn't know the powerful influence of the wind, a person engaged in material consciousness doesn't know the powerful strength of the time factor by which he is being carried. The previous verse, it was mentioned that the hints of this chapter, it was last verse of the previous chapter, it was mentioned that the eternal time factor has no beginning and no end. It is the representative of Lord, the maker of the criminal world. So we saw it in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Also, Bhagavad Gita deals with the five things. What are the five subject matter? The five subject matter is the Ishvara, Jiva, Prakriti, time, and karma. So there is a time, the four among five, the four are eternal, one is the external. Karma is the external. So time is an eternal. So this eternal, it is controlled by all the five things is controlled by Lord Krishna. And it was Krishna mentioned to Arjuna that Maya Uddakshena Prakriti Shuyate Shacharacharam, means that material nature is working under my directions. So everything, the Ishvara is Ishvara, Jiva, Prakriti, time, karma, everything is, it was working under the direction of the Lord. So this time, this eternal time, that is one moment of time cannot be returned. That is, suppose if one moment, if we spend, and after millions of dollars, if we give, we cannot be returned. It never be possible. And it is it is most important to understand in this text. That is, suppose now it is 6:40. 6:30, what it was happened, we cannot get that things if we spend 1,000 millions of dollar. So that what is gone, it is gone. It will not come back. So for that reason, that means we must have to be a cautious Krishna conscious person. The devotees, they are very concerned about the time. They woke up 4 o'clock, start chanting Guru, Tulsi Puja, Guru Puja, all the things. Then they and attend in Bhagavatam class, then they take the prasadam and went to work. So this is the time, this is the very nice schedule Srila Prabhupada given to us, to why? To develop ourselves. So that means that Srila Prabhupada is a realized soul. He understood that when time will go, we cannot return. I am explaining more with examples that take more. So one cannot calculate the amount of loss wasting valuable time. Never. It cannot be calculated. So either materially or spiritually. One should be very alert in utilizing the time. So we must have to be very alert that about the how we utilize our time. That early in the morning get up and do the whole thing, whole program, and chant nicely, and we can go back to, and then at night, that is okay, before 9 o'clock, we should go back to bed. Then we can get up next time, next day at early in the morning. So that is the Srila Prabhupada instructed to us. That is, but how we are the conditioned soul. That means all the anarthas surrounded the soul, right? That mind, intelligence, and false ego. So that is all anarthas is surrounded. We are the conditioned souls. So a conditioned soul lives in a particular body. We are in a particular, suppose I am in a one kind of body, the guy X is in another kind of, Y is in another kind of, Z is in another kind of body. Eh? That is, it is a, so a conditioned soul lives in a particular body for a fixed measurement of time. That means, suppose I can live, I do not know when I will die. I maybe die tomorrow. I maybe die within after the class, or I maybe die. So each and every person has the time frame of how many years they can alive. Maybe 60, maybe 50, maybe 70, maybe 80, maybe 90. It is the each person is different time frame. So for that reason, it is the Krishna mentioned in Bhagavad Gita also that a fixed measurement, particular body for a fixed measurement of time. So one has to finish Krishna consciousness as every moment, in every moment. Srila Prabhupada mentioned that it is within a minute, one man can transport to Golokadam. Then transcendentally developed within a minute. So that means that how time is more precious for developing ourselves to go back to Golokdam. So time is the most important. We should not spend a single minute, single moment without Krishna consciousness, without chanting, without remembering Krishna, without worshipping Krishna all the time. Shayana, Shapana, Nidra, Jagarane. We must have to think, we must have to utilize our moment for in Krishna consciousness. So, similarly, thus, gain release from the influence of a time factor. Then we can utilize our time. And the reason we come here, we can utilize our time properly if we achieve the transcendental condition from the conditions condition state. So unfortunately, that means those who are not Krishna consciousness are carried away by the stronger power of time without their knowledge. They do not have the knowledge. The person, those who doesn't have the scriptural knowledge, they are misuse of their time doing politics, doing the Gramya Katha, doing other nonsense things. That is, they are misuse of that time. Here is the most important one thing is that how Krishna is very merciful. Krishna's body just like our body, two-handed body. So Krishna is so merciful to us that Krishna giving the um, uh, mm, mercy to us to get this two-handed body. With this two-handed body, we can do the Shava to Lord Krishna. and we can attract Lord Krishna, and we can satisfy Lord Krishna with this body, not with the animal bodies. We cannot do that. In the tree's body, we cannot do that. So only the mercy of Krishna, we got this body, uh, this human body. So we must have to utilize our body each and every moment. So, and we can see one example I am giving, that is when we fly through the air, aeroplane, there about 5,000 miles above, there is a cloud. If we see through the window, that is, this cloud is moving so fast. That means, what does it mean? That means that this wind, that cloud, moved by the wind. Wind is more powerful than the cloud. So then the cloud is moving. So similarly, our time is passing. Each very fast time is passing. We must have to utilize each and every moment of our um, time. So that means a person engaged in material consciousness doesn't know the powerful strength of the time factor by which he is being carried. So that means that we must have to be very cautious. And there is a one proverb in English literature also, that time is tight, wait for none. That means nothing will be waiting for me. Nothing. I must have to go without must be serious. I must have to be serious to utilize our each and every moment uh, for chanting, for remembering Krishna. Then with that, then we will develop. Then uh, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Krishna also mentioned that suppose one person, suppose we are driving the car and the aeroplane is driving by the pilot. So who is the driving the car? That is me. And who is the driving the aeroplane? Pilot. So who is driving us? That is again, we are not who is driving. There are two things it is happening in here, two personalities actually. Krishna is we are the person. By knowledge, we know that how to utilize our time. Should we woke up 8 o'clock in the morning, or should we woke up 4 o'clock in the morning? Or should we study Bhagavatam early in the morning? Or should we study Bhagavatam in the crowd? So we must have to understand, we must have to, Krishna given us the scriptures, we understand from the study of the scripture, we can gather the knowledge. Srila Prabhupada given us the scriptures, we must have to study Srila Prabhupada books and get the knowledge. With that knowledge, we must utilize our movement. So that is the most important. So material nature, we are in a material nature. That material nature, it is constituted actually by three modes of nature. That we know the mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance. The time factor, the eternal time is above the material nature. This material nature is also created by Lord. But time factor is above the material nature. So similarly, along with this text, there is another text. Okay, it was written in Srimad Bhagavatam, that Dahavata Kalatradishu Atma Sanneshu Achatshuopi Tesham Pramottu Nidhanam Posyam Opi Na Posyatim. The translation is that Person devoid of Atma Tattva do not inquire into the problems of life, being too attached to the fallible soldiers like body, children, and wife. Although sufficiently experienced, they still do not see their inevitable destruction. So okay, here Deha means this body, Apatya means the children, Kalatra means the wife. So we are thinking that our children, wife can protect us. No, nobody can protect us. We must have to live. They also have to live. So nobody can protect us. We that only the Lord Krishna can protect us to go. If we do good karma, then maybe we will get the promotion to be as a transcendental body or transcendental. So uh, in uh, Chaitanya Charitamrita, also Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj, he was also written very nicely that প্রেমাদিকা স্থায়ী ভাব সামগ্রী মিলনে কৃষ্ণ ভক্তি রসরূপে পাই পরিণামে. Very important text. That means again, প্রেমাদিকা স্থায়ী ভাব. Prem, odik, and sthayi bhav. Then get the sthayi bhav, pramadika sthayi bhav, samagri milane. I am explaining these things. This is a very, in this context, when the permanent ecstasies, neutral, what are the ecstasies? We know there are 5 ecstasies, that neutrality, servitorship, and so on. The conjugal, that is. So, are these ecstasies, when mixed, are mixed with other ingredients, devotional service in love of Godhead is transformed and becomes composed of transcendental mellows. So all the mixed together with the ingredients that is a neutrality, submissive, friendship, conjugal life, all the things mixed together, then it will be in a transcendental mellows that will mix to the transcendental mellows. That means that here pramadhika sthayi bhava, then it will be active. So I'm giving another uh, explanation on this text, that is, love for Krishna reaches the supreme state of being composed of mellows when its ingredients are fulfilled by means of vibhava, bhava, vibhava, anubhava, shattika, or vyabhichari. These bhava, when it mixed together, how it mixed together? How can we mix it together? How can we do the mix together? By hearing and chanting, or by hearing and chanting activated, and the devotee is able to taste love for Krishna. This is the mechanism. This mechanism, we are practicing this mechanism is every day. That is, hearing and chanting are when if we nicely hearing and chanting, we can achieve the taste of love of Krishna. Then attachment for Krishna or permanent, then from that the sthaiva permanent ecstasy will be arises, becomes the mellows of devotional service. Then the devotional service will start from that. When sthaiva will come, then the devotional service will start. So here in Srimad Bhagavad Gita is also referring, Krishna told to Arjuna, that is utkramanantam stitam vapi Bunjanam baga gunanvitam bimudananu pasyanti jnana chakshusham. Very nice text actually. The foolish cannot be understand how a living entity can quit his body, nor can they understand what sort of body he enjoys under the spell of the modes of nature. But one whose eyes are trained in knowledge can see all this. So the blind person, they cannot see it. Blind person, they cannot realize the actual realization, the happiness. So in next verse also Krishna mentioned that jatanto yoginaschoinam pasyanti atmani avastitam jatanto yopi akritatmano noinam pasyanti chetasam. What is this translation means that the endeavoring transcendentalists who are situated in self-realization can see all this clearly, but those whose mind are not developed and who are not situated in self-realization cannot see what is taking place though they may try. So that without a transcendentalist, nobody can understand, nobody can that realization. There is a happiness. We are so called this material. I have millions of dollars. I have a very nice car, a very house, a nice beautiful wife, children. Oh, I am very happy. But this is not the happiness. The happiness is real happiness is to understand Krishna, always remembering Krishna, and Krishna's mercy is the happiness. That is the happiness. So, in here, that is Gopildev mentioned in here that as a mass of clouds doesn't know the powerful influence of a wind, a person engaged in material consciousness doesn't know the powerful strength of the time factor by which he is being carried. So that's the same thing. That is with the powerful is the wind. Wind can take the cloud is can take it out. So we are in a cloud. Our soul is surrounded by the uh, uh, cloud. So with the sound of vibration, that sound of vibration is goes through the air, through the wind. Wind means that through the air, it enter into the air, comes to the heart, and it will that cloud will be go away. By the it will force wind will force the cloud, mind, intelligence, and political will go away. Then we can see the Lord, Satchit Ananda. We can see the Satchit Ananda. So, one example actually Srila Prabhupada given that Srila Prabhupada given that we are in a Maya Loka. So, this Maya Loka, we must have to convert it into the Vaikuntha Loka by spreading Krishna consciousness. So through the Krishna consciousness, this Maya Loka would be converted into Vaikuntha Loka. What Srila Prabhupada started. Within 10 years, he established 108 temples and all over the state of in the world. He spread Krishna consciousness. People dancing and chanting and eating Krishna prasadam. That is so. This is the one. The what Srila Prabhupada give, did it. We must have to follow the path of instructions of Srila Prabhupada. So another example, little example I am giving, that is the when one iron rod, if we put in the uh, fire, then iron rod became the fire. So that is that we must have to our we must have to follow that instructions of Srila Prabhupada. It is about 6:02. So I am concluding in here that this verse. Okay. I am concluding it. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Datta Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, all those.
I'd like to wish everybody a safe and Krishna conscious day and weekend ahead. And we like to offer our prayers to the Supreme Lord by chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Today is also the disappearance day of Gadadhar Pandit and Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Disappearance day of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Gadadhar Pandit. Yeah. Shri Narsingho, Jai Narsingho, Jai Jai Narsingho, Praladesha, Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma Bringam. Ugravira Mahavishnu Jwalantam Sarvatomukam Narsingam Bhishanam Bhadram Nityam Nityam Namiham. Narsingha Bhagwan ki Jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki Jai. Let's offer our humble obeisances to all the Samal Vaishnavas. Vanchakalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhu Vacha Patitanam Pavanabhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Vaishnavinda ki Jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Gaur Premanande.
Thank you, everyone. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, everybody.
Hare Krishna, Hare Bol.